stopped. Groups back wiki on Abuja land demolition. Rivers, 12 suspected Yahoo boys arrested for burying newborn alive. Let's begin probe. NDLA launches manhunt for alleged Lekki drug dealer who evaded arrest. NUC implements new varsity curriculum on September. CP condemns assault on Imo man inspector arrested. This and many more after this break. Morning and welcome to another edition of Headlines today, 24th of August 2023. My name is Ulushola Eggodofo. The National Youth Service Corps has said its Director General, Brigadier General Yusau Ahmed, is working with the Nigerian Police Force, the Department of State Services, and the Military Brigade to secure the release of 6 corps members kidnapped in Zamfara State on Saturday. The NYC Director, Press and Public Relations, Hedi Megwa, made the development known on Wednesday in a telephone interview with newsmen. Report has it that the gunmen abducted 8 members of the NYC on a highway in Zamfara on Saturday. The corps members were traveling inside an AKTC bus from Uyo, Akwa Ibom State to Sokoto State en route to Zamfara State to take part in the mandatory national service. A source in the transport company, who did not want his name mentioned because he was not authorized to speak, confirmed the development and that the corps members were 11 in number, but 3 escaped during the attack by the gunmen. The Protocol Local Government Authority Security Watch in placement have arrested about 12 suspected internet fraudsters who allegedly buried a newborn baby alive at Adoni Waterfront in Eagle Highland, River State capital. It was learned that the operation, conducted in conjunction with the River State Neighborhood Watch, followed credible information received by the vigilante from residents. Also, a group of boys conducting incantation and digging the ground by the waterfront. Chairman of the Protocol Local Government Security Watch, who doubles as Chief Security Officer of Eagle Highland, Victor Hoaje, told newsmen that on getting the information, he halted the Azikwe Police Division in Tiobe, Port Harcourt, and the officials of the State Neighborhood Agency. The National Drug Law Enforcement Agency has launched a manhunt for a suspected Lekki-based notorious drug dealer Soumi Ayodeji Kaude, who ran away after driving his luxury car to knock down an NDLA officer in his bid to escape arrest when operatives were on a search of his house last weekend. The Director Media and Advocacy, NDLA Headquarters, Abuja, Femi Babafemi, said the anti-narcotic officers of the agency had stormed the residence of the wanted drug dealer located at 23 Adetola Yeni Close, Lekki, Lagos, for a search and possible arrest, following credible intelligence that he was stealing in illicit drugs in his house. According to him, although the suspect was not in the house when operatives got into his compound, he returned while a search of his apartment was ongoing. He stated further that the force of his car speed also pulled down the concrete wall of the neighborhood's compound, and from there he dived out of the vehicle to escape. The Nigerian Police will soon introduce the Silver School program in all primary, secondary schools and tertiary institutions across the country. The program will save the schools and the students from unnecessary exposure to bandits and kidnappers in every part of the country. The Assistant Inspector General of Police, Zone 8, comprising Kwara and Kogi State, Alhaji Shola Babaita, disclosed this in Ilorin, Kwara State, while addressing men and officers of Nigerian Police, as well as other stakeholders, including vigilantes, hunters, and Fulani leaders, during a 2-day walking visit to the state. The squad is expected to commence operation in every part of the country. All hands must be on deck, says the man. Earlier in a welcome address, the Commissioner of Police, Kwara State Command, Ebunluwa Rotimi Adelesi, said the adoption of a community policing strategy has been yielding positive results, and this will be a talking point this morning. Please set up special protection squad for schools. On your view, on that's the point we are taking a look at this morning, and the number to dial is 0818 777. Please set up special protection squad for schools in the country. Vice Chancellor of the University of Calabar, Professor Florence Ube, has approved the appointment of Dr. Rose Ugbe as the acting Dean, Faculty of Law. A statement by the Registrar of the University, Mr. Gabriel Ebe, said Mr. Ube will replace former Dean, Professor Cyril Ndufon, who was suspended last week following allegations bordering on high-handedness. Professor Cyril is specifically accused of improper behavior towards female students, among other irregularities. Reports have it that a 7-man panel has been set up to look into the allegations. The statement indicated that Ube's appointment took effect on August 22 and will run till a substantive dean is elected for the faculty. The Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps (NSCDC) Osun State Command has confirmed the kidnap of 6 persons in Oyo town by unknown gunmen. The spokesperson for the command, Kende Adeleke, disclosed this, that search and rescue operations are ongoing. According to her, security agencies and local hunters in the community and its environs have been deployed for the search and rescue missions. It was gathered that the 6 victims were returning from a farm in Odot in North Local Government Council when the incident occurred. A source who preferred anonymity added that the victims were on their way to Onyo from Aworo village, where their farmlands are located, when their doctors attacked them. The source added that a chief in Onyo town was also abducted, however escaped from his captors. Scores of demonstrators on Wednesday threw their way behind the Minister of Federal Capital Territory Nyesom Wike over his threat of demolition of illegal structures in Abuja. According to the groups, the former governor of Rivers State was merely assuring Nigerians that he would follow due process to restore the Abuja master plan. The minister had stirred the hornet's nest when he vowed to demolish houses illegally constructed in the nation's capital during a press briefing at his new office in Abuja on Monday. The threat had sent shivers down the spine of many residents in the FCT, with many alleging that the former Rivers governor may tow the path of FCT Minister Nasir El-Rufai, who demolished many structures in his bid to sanitize Abuja. However, the protesters under the aegis of the natives backed Wike, saying the panic over the minister's alleged threats of demolition should not unsettle residents of the FCT. The Minister of Works, David Umahi, says a flyover will solve the problem of flooding along the Abuja-Lokoja Highway. The minister said this during a tour of ongoing construction works on the Abuja-Lokoja Road a day after his inauguration into office. The minister, alongside the governor of Kogi State, Yaya Bello, and some directors of the ministry, visited some project sites on the road. Said the government has discovered areas that always get flooded at the Kutang Cafe section, noting that the only solution is to do a flyover on it to fly above the flood area. In his remarks, the Kogi State Governor Yaya Bello commended the minister for choosing to visit the state as his first field assignment. The expected arraignment for the suspended Central Bank of Nigeria Governor Godwin Emefiele over an alleged 6.9 billion naira procurement fraud has again been stalled. The case was first stalled on August 17 following the absence of The second defendant in the case, Sadatu Jaro, was said to have taken cue and could not make it to the court. The judge, Justice Amza Muhazu, then adjourned the case till today for the arraignment of the defendant. An explanation was, however, given to journalists why it was not listed. Also, lawyers for both parties were absent in court. The National Universities Commission says the implementation of the core curriculum minimum academic standards will begin by September 2023. The CCMAS document is expected to guide institutions in the design of curricula for their programs. It also aims at bringing necessary innovations into the content and delivery of its programs towards achieving the overall goals of education and training in the country.
This is to inform the general public, especially those who are seeking admission into the higher national diploma programs, that admission application form into programs in the faculties of engineering, science, environmental studies, information and communication technology, arts and industrial design, financial studies, and management studies are now available for sales at a sum of 15,000 naira only. To qualify for the OSBC HND program, candidates must have completed the national diploma program and 1 year industrial attachment plus 5 credits all-level passes, including English and mathematics. For more information, check the OSBC website www.osbc.edu.ng or call 003-4007-555, 090-5506-3355 and 080-384-42069. Anasa, Mr. Abiodun Oloyede, Acting Registrar.
Insurance scheme, WOIS. Kudos and appreciation to WOIS, an organization that was established to see to the health of the people of Osun. WOIS has come to stay in Osun as people who have benefited from it are thankful for such benefit as a token. WOIS have paved way for continuous effort towards ensuring sound health for people of Osun. Know this, WOIS also partners with private health providers. Once you have your WOIS registration card, you will benefit health with maximum discount. WOIS has done more than words alone can say. WOIS is available in every part of Osun State. For more information, call 0702-255-6447 or visit WOIS website www.osia.ng. WOIS, providing access to qualitative healthcare without tears. Providing access to quality healthcare. Osun Health Insurance Scheme. WOIS, providing.
Welcome back. The Nigerian police will soon introduce the Silver School program in all primary, secondary schools and tertiary institutions across the country. The program will save the schools and the students from unnecessary exposure to bandits and kidnappers in every part of the country. The Assistant Inspector General of Police, Zone 8, comprising of Kwara and Kogi State, Alhaji Ishola Babaita, discloses in Ilorin, Kwara State, while addressing men and officers of Nigerian police as well as other stakeholders including vigilantes, hunters and Fulani leaders during a 2-day working visit to the state. And this will be our talking point this morning. Please set up special protection squad for schools, and the number to dial for your contribution is 0818-777-5777. Again, 0818-777-5777 or 0816-142-7036 or 0816-142-7036. Osun State government has inaugurated a committee that will see to the distribution of fuel subsidy palliatives given to the states by the federal government. Performing the inauguration, Governor Ademola Adeleke shadowed them with the responsibility of deciding the mode that the palliatives will be shared without favoritism. The membership of the committee includes religious leaders, representatives of the labor, people with disabilities, and inter-party congress. Meanwhile, members of the fuel subsidy removal committee put in place by Osun State government have addressed a news conference in Oshobo. During the news conference, they enjoined the state government to maintain quote on the 3,000 bags of rice received from the federal government until the 14,320 bags expected as a second batch are received. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Welcome. The first person that our high is very good. Very effective. And the next thing for him to do is to seek assistance for PPA. Because the majority of PPA, they are not employees of local security to guide their students. Furthermore, they will work with other security agencies like Amateku, OSBC and others to save this.
Hello. Hello. Thank you very much, sir. The Kano State government said it will require 6 million doses of vaccines for massive immunization to combat the outbreak of diphtheria across the 44 local government areas of the state. This is contained in a statement by the press secretary to the deputy governor, Ibrahim Shuaibu, on Wednesday. According to the statement, the governor, Abba Yusuf, made a disclosure during a meeting with the representatives of the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. The statement said the Kano State government at the meeting reaffirmed its dedication to strengthening the 11-year-old partnership between the Kano State government and the Gates Foundation. According to the statement, the Deputy Governor, Aminu Gwanzo, received the foundation's delegation on the governor's behalf, where he stressed the state's determination to improve healthcare across all levels. Hello, good morning.
Morning,
Good morning, sir. You're welcome.
I think not for my special police force of the security of our students all over the state. It's a very good step in the right direction. Safety of our students is very paramount. The federal government has also made this promise to work out seriously to ensure that the security promise is very good. So we help them to do that.
Thank you very much, sir. The Minister of Housing and Urban Development, Ahmed Dagiwa, on Tuesday pledged to resolve concerns about data on the number of homeless persons in the country in the coming month. The Minister also vowed to champion land administration and institutional reforms to create an enabling environment for housing delivery and job creation. Addressing top ministry officials and heads of agencies at a press conference held at the ministry headquarters in Abuja, Dangiwa stressed the important role of housing data in ensuring that all Nigerians have access to decent, quality and affordable housing while fostering livable communities. The first womb transplant has been carried out by surgeons on a woman in the United Kingdom. It was gathered that the woman's sister was the living womb donor. According to reports, the unidentified 34-year-old married recipient from England underwent a 9-hour transplant procedure. The married woman was born with a rare condition, meaning her original womb was underdeveloped, but received a donor womb from her 40-year-old sister who already had 2 children of her own. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, madam.
Good morning, sir.
Elaji Mufuta Wadeleke from Okebale. You see, it's a good development. You know, terrorist attacks have become daily incidents. So that is an improvement on the intelligence and strategy. Good morning.
Thank you. A police inspector seen in a viral video. A police inspector seen in a viral video slapping a motorist along the road in Imo State has been arrested. The Imo State Police Commissioner, Mr. Mohammed Badi, had earlier ordered immediate arrest of the erring corps. The incident, believed to have happened in Owerri, the state capital, had elicited reactions from Nigerians describing it as inhuman act murdered out of the victim. A statement issued by the populations officer in the state, ASP Henry Okoye, quoted the CP as condemning the unprofessional behavior of the police personnel. The fresh subsidy palliative loans may drive 36 states borrowing from the federal government to 1.34 trillion naira, according to findings. The debts under the budget support facility of the federal government included a 614 billion naira debt as of 2019, another debts of 656 billion naira in 2021, and a fresh 69.12 billion naira debt as subsidy palliative this year. This debt is likely different from states' domestic debt of 5.48 trillion naira as of March 2023 and external debt of $4.4 billion as of December 31st, 2022, as recorded by the Debt Management Office. Findings by headline showed that as of 2019, the total debt owned by the 36 states to the federal government under the budget support loan facility was 614 billion naira. The former Minister of Finance, Budget and National Planning, Zainab Ahmed, had discussed during the National Economic Council briefing in August 2019 that the federal government has made a total of over 614 billion naira available to 35 states. And out to sports, Nigeria's Matthew Bena is set to face Malawi's Isaac Chilemba for the vacant Universal Boxing Organization World Light Heavyweight title. The Lagos-born 35-year-old pugilist will be in hostile territory as his clash with Chilemba holds at the Bingu National Stadium, Lilongwe, in Malawi, September 30. Matthew was last in the ring September 24, 2022, when he secured a technical knockout victory over Joe John in the second round of their bout at the Bre Ayanot boxing gym inside the National Stadium, Lagos. Unquestionably, the biggest boxing event in the East African country's history, a huge crowd is expected for what will be an unforgettable and highly anticipated clash between KO specialist Matthew and the former IBO world champion Chilemba. Benue State Governor Reverend Father Inyachi Aliba on Wednesday consulted a 5-man committee headed by the Speaker of the State House of Assembly, Anyucha Docha, to examine the challenges facing the state-owned club Lobby Stars. The other members of the committee are a former BBC Lions player, Andofa Gosu, the State Director of Sport, Philip Nungo, former Flying Eagles coach Godwin Uwa, and the Permanent Secretary Minister of Sport. They are expected to submit their report on Sunday. This is coming as stakeholders in Benue football declined the declining fortunes of Lobby and demanded immediate change. The stakeholders also called for the constitution of a board to oversee the effective and efficient operations and the management of the club. Finally, world champion and record holder in women's 100-meter hurdles, Tobi Amusha, is one race away from successfully defending the title she won in 2022 after easing into the final of the 2023 World Athletics Championships in Budapest, Hungary, on Wednesday. She clocked a time of 12.56 seconds to win the second semi-final and take one of the automatic spots in the final, which comes up in the evening section today. Like she did in the beats on Tuesday, Amusha picked up slowly from the starting block and crossed the line ahead of Jamaican's Akira Nojet, who picked the second qualifying spot in the race in a time 12 seconds. Amushan's 12.56 is the 8th best qualifying time for the final. The 26-year-old will now return for the heavyweight final today, when she will line up against American former world record holder Kenria Harrison, who leads the pack with 12.33 seconds from the first semi-final, and Olympic champion Jasmine Camacho Queen, who posted 12.141 seconds to win the last semi-final. And with that sports story, we have come to the end of today's edition of Headlines. Join our colleagues tomorrow. My name is Olushola Egbodofo, and the producer is Moturaya Yigbayo, and the production advisor is Abiodun Olalere. I say good morning.
OSBC will bring to Nigeria for you.
Gonna stay in this moment, gonna lay here on the grass. I don't need to feel lonely, I am finally home at last. Doubt on my being gone on adventures for a while. No, past the past in the bottle, if I know I'm coming back. Of all the magic places in the world I've been to, this is where my heart is. I know it's you, no matter where I go, I'm coming home to you. Been walking down the street so many times, my feet know every brick and stone. Could wear a blindfold, no matter what I do, I'm coming home.
You alive. On Osho Radio. Osho Radio. 104.5 FM.
You're listening to OSBC Radio 104.5 FM, Oshobo, Voice of the West Nigeria. So the time is at 8 o'clock and time to join us for state news. Good morning, the state news. Government has inaugurated a committee that will see to the distribution of fuel subsidy palliatives given to the state by the federal government. Performing the inauguration, Governor Ademola Adeleke saddled them with the responsibility of deciding the mode that the palliatives will be shared without favoritism. The membership of the committee includes religious leaders, representatives of the labor, people with disabilities, and inter-party congress. Meanwhile, members of the fuel subsidy removal committee put in place by the state government have addressed a news conference in Oshobo. During the news conference, they enjoined the state government to maintain hold on the 3,000 bags of rice received from the federal government until the 14,320 bags expected as the second batch are received. The ongoing educational summit at the Osun State University represents a key elements of the 5-point agenda of Governor Ademola Adeleke in relation to delivery of good governance that takes education to a lofty height. This was disclosed by the Permanent Secretary of the State Ministry of Education, Mr. Murtala Adeklekun. In an interview with OSBC News in Oshobo, Mr. Adeklekun said the summit would work out modalities towards comprehensive transformation of education in the state. The caretaker committees were recently inaugurated at the local government level in the state to accelerate developments at the grassroots. What are the expectations of Governor Ademola Adeleke from the committees, and what synergy is expected between the Ministry of Local Government and the local governments? This, among other issues, will occupy the phone corner today on platform, the 104.5 FM weekly issues-based current affairs program. Join us at 1:15 in the afternoon as the play host to the State Commissioner for Local Governments and Chieftaincy Affairs, Honorable Doshu Babatude, of platform. That was it, State News. Good morning.